Like when I'm on my period, I don't used to go to school. Why? Because I can't afford pad and I'm using rubber then. In 1 hour or 2 hours time, I will be stained with blood and every student will started laughing at me. My name is Sagwade Patience. I'm from Cross River State, Ogoja, Bekwara local government area. I'm from a family of 5. I grown up with my parents when I was 10 years old. I was living with them. Everybody were happy. We were living together. Though my father have 2 wives and my mother is the second wife of the family. When I was 12 years old, I was in primary 6. So I went to the bathroom to have a shower. I was bathing now. After I finished bathing, I bent down to wash my, So after I bent down and started washing, I saw blood in my hand. I screamed, but there was no anybody in the compound. I screamed and ran to my neighbor that, see your blood is coming out of my hand, blood is coming. I was shouting, I want to go and show my auntie husband. Then she now shuts me up that, no, I should come. I come, she sits me down and teach me about menstrual because I don't even know anything about menstrual. She offered me a wrapper to use as pad. So I collected the wrapper. She showed me how to put it inside panties. I use it like that. Then pad was 250, but I can't afford it. Even she can't afford it, so she just used that way to put me through.
Period poverty simply means the inability of females accessing menstrual packs for their menstruation, which is a normal biological process for females in the productive age from menarche to menopause. But in Nigeria, if we're going to talk about period poverty, I'm going to talk about poverty first. Nigeria is the 37th or so country in rank in terms of poverty in the world, with over 95.1 million people living below the poverty line.
When I was in JS1, pad was 250 then, but I can't afford it. Why? Because by then, if you have that 250, it's a big money. And since I can't afford the pad, I'm using wrapper instead of pad. Even some of my friends are using tissues, socks, all sorts of things, just because they can't afford pad.
Female introitus is supposed to be kept clean. That means that whatever you're going to use should be hygienic as much as possible, even if it's not sterile, but it should be clean. And when we now introduce other materials that create irritation or have bacteria or some other germs attached to it, then you increase the chances of infections that can ascend from the introitus all the way up to the kidney. Now, while it's not very common because the body has a way of cleaning up naturally, you don't want to encourage the use of unhygienic materials or even using materials that are considered safe but should not be used for a long time before it's changed.
When I was in JS1, anytime on my period, I don't used to go to school. If anybody find out that I'm on my period, I will be scared of that person. I will be hiding my face. Why? Because I'm shy.
When a girl child is unable to go to school because she's not able to get the simple pads she needs for her menstruation, there's this stigma that is attached to it. She feels shy, she feels ashamed for something that is normal, and then she loses a lot of years in education. And that indirectly will now cause a lot of problems. Because if someone is missing school, someone is ignorant about what they can do to take care of themselves, then they can't break that cycle of poverty.
Even one of my friends, I remember when she sold her body just to buy a pad. Then she was just 15 years old, but she sold herself just because she can't afford it and they slept with her and buy pad for her. She even introduced me to one guy like that if I do whatsoever the guy asks of me, he will provide pad for me. I continue using my wrapper. Why? Because I don't want to do what I will end up regretting.
So when there's not enough money to eat, not enough money to take care of education, clothes, social, you name it, shelter, then getting money for menstrual hygiene becomes a very serious problem. I understand is I think there's up to 9 years of 7 to 9 years of a lady's life is spent in the menstrual period. So you can imagine when quite a lot of time is not used productively to grow in education. The girl child loses what she needs to become the best of herself. So while we know industries are responsible for making menstrual pads that are very user friendly, the cost has to be considered. So one has to remember that everyone as a girl will menstruate at one time, or any female will menstruate at one time, at least for like 30, 40 years of their life. So based on that, we should make it affordable for everyone to be able to get access and use healthy and safe menstruation kits during their periods. Remember, these are the people that are going to give you your next generation. They need to be around to understand what it means to be a woman and how to be productive in society. And for them to do that, they can't have something as normal as menstruation getting in their way of becoming the future of our people.